Live from News 5. This is News 5 Today in high definition.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday, September 10th, 2014. I'm Shelby Fenster.
And I'm Chris Schukei. This morning on News 5 Today, Day 2 canceled. Heavy rains leave muddy grounds, forcing organizers to cancel today's Husker Harvest Days activities.
Plus, a Lexington man wanted for first-degree attempted murder has been on the run for more than a month. Now he's behind bars at the United States border.
And, of course, much more. But first, let's check in with Storm Tracker 5 meteorologist Travis Klineski. We go from the warm and muggy to the cool and cloudy today.
Yeah, a lot of clouds out there. You talked about the canceled for today of the Husker Harvest Days. We're not going to have much sun to really dry things out there. We're going to have to rely on the wind a little bit today because it will be a bit on the breezy side going through today behind that front. Now let's take a look at what we have had over the last 12 hours. Of course, numerous showers and storms throughout the day yesterday. Did have a little bit of severe weather, but thankfully not the event that could have potentially happened there, especially in southeastern portions of Nebraska. Now we're left with still a lot of clouds and a few patchy showers or drizzle out there this morning, but nothing overly heavy, and I don't think it'll be that way throughout the day today. Well, you can kiss these temperatures goodbye, basically. 70s and 80s for the most part. There were some 90s down in northern Kansas. We aren't going to see temps like this for several days now, as we are going to be much cooler. That cooler air coming in from the northwest. You can see it, 40s to the northwest, 60s to the southeast, 50s right in between there. So temps will continue to kind of fall off the next couple of hours and then slowly try to climb back up to around 60 degrees this afternoon. A little bit of light rain possible this morning. We may try to get a little bit of sunshine later in the day, but again, not going to see a lot of sun over the next couple of days, and these cool temps, they're going to be sticking around. We'll talk about all that coming up in just a bit, guys.
All right, thank you, Travis. And our top story this morning, Husker Harvest Days officials have canceled all events for today.
As Travis said, those heavy rains hammered the site west of Grand Island last night, leaving extremely muddy conditions. Almost an inch and a half of rain falling on the showgrounds yesterday. Event organizers say all access gates to the site will be closed, and visitors who are planning to attend should revise those plans accordingly. Husker Harvest Day officials do plan to be open on Thursday, regular hours from 8 until 4.
Governor Dave Heineman is now searching for a new lieutenant governor for the next 4 months. This after Levon Heideman's resignation yesterday morning. The news came after a judge granted a protection order against Heideman requested by his sister. Now the now former lieutenant governor met with Governor Heineman Monday night and submitted his resignation. Governor Heineman did not ask the lieutenant governor to resign and called it a sad day for Nebraska.
For the past 10 years, it has been an honor serving my constituents and the state of Nebraska and the citizens of the state of Nebraska. I'm proud of what we accomplished and grateful for the opportunity to serve Nebraska. I love this state and am forever thankful for the people of this state who have faithfully supported me. I wish you well.
Heideman also withdrew his name as the lieutenant governor running mate for Republican candidate Pete Ricketts. The Ricketts campaign wasted no time announcing his replacement, State Auditor Mike Foley. Foley ran against Ricketts in the May primary, but said he did not hesitate to accept the opportunity.
This morning I received a call from Pete Ricketts asking me if I would consider the possibility of running with him as his running mate for the position of lieutenant governor. And I didn't bat an eyelash. It was a great honor and a privilege to receive that phone call, and I look forward to doing just that.
Secretary of State John Gale is reviewing whether the running mate change can be accommodated on November's printed ballot. State law says a candidate for governor must name his running mate by September 1st. Gale is expected to make his decision later today. Say goodbye to the warmer temperatures. Clouds and cool will be part of your Wednesday. Here's Travis with your weather on the 5.
Maybe even a few lingering showers out there. Drove in this morning to quite a bit of drizzle out there that really doesn't get picked up by radar, but we do still have some light showers here up in north central Nebraska here from around O'Neill back to the southwest towards Luke County here heading towards the Burwell area. Light, maybe even at times a little bit of moderate rain around Atkinson and then just to the northwest of Burwell there along Highway 11 here. So not going to be overly impressive, but again, so just some light rain out there. So we're not going to see what we had out there yesterday as we kind of take a look at the big picture across the area. Now temperature-wise, we're looking at, or excuse me, me before we get to temperatures, the last 12 hours, again, we had the strong to severe thunderstorms yesterday. Thankfully, not as widespread or as bad as what could have potentially happened. We had one cell, especially that kind of developed here around Mankato, Kansas, and kind of rode along the Nebraska-Kansas border. Went tornado warned for a little bit, but thankfully did not produce a tornado. That was kind of the most threatening one that we watched yesterday here in our viewing area. But again, thankfully, it was not as bad as what could have been. But there was a lot of rain. Some places beneficial rain. Of course, some places too much rain out there. There was some heavy rainfall with some of this activity. But things are much quieter, but still fairly cloudy out there this morning. Now, as we go to temperatures, again, a wide range in temps out there this morning behind our cold front. It's now passed through the entire area. Still 60s here in the southeastern part of the viewing area, mid to upper 50s in the Tri-Cities. It gets cooler and cooler the farther northwest you go. We have temps in the mid to upper 40s in northwestern parts of Nebraska right now. So that cooler air will continue to drive in thanks to a strong north and northwesterly wind around anywhere from 15 to 25 miles per hour. So a little bit on the breezy side, not terribly windy, but again, going to be a little bit breezy out there for today. That's bringing in those cool temps. Also the drier air coming in with those winds out of the north and northwest, looking at dew points falling off. Still a little bit humid here in the southeast, but they will be falling throughout the day. So you can say goodbye to the humid conditions as well. So again, a cool breezy day, clouds sticking around, a few showers this morning, and then trying to get a little bit of late day sunshine out there, especially for the western parts of the viewing area. Clouds may hold tough, especially the farther east that you go. May see a little bit of temporary clearing tonight, but then more clouds rolling in later on tonight. Chilly as we fall back into the mid and upper 40s for overnight lows, and even a chance of some light showers towards tomorrow morning. And continuing throughout the day tomorrow, a chance of some light rainfall out there for your Thursday. A lot of clouds out there, so it's going to be remaining on the chilly side as temps struggle into the lower 50s. Some places staying in the 40s tomorrow. Better chances of rain will hold off until late Thursday night into early on Friday morning. So for today, again, temps not really moving a whole lot today with that slight chance of rain this morning. Breezy conditions, maybe up around 60 degrees later on this afternoon. So your extended forecast, again, it's going to stay cool the next several days to come. Best chance of rain will probably come overnight Thursday night and Friday morning, clearing out very early on Friday, just around or just after sunrise on Friday morning. So we'll see a little bit of sunshine return by the mid to late portions of the day on Friday, but still going to stay on the cool side. And then patchy frost is possible on Saturdays. We've dropped those lows into the mid-30s now for the Tri-Cities, but some recovery on Saturday into Sunday. A little bit nicer out there by Sunday into early next week, guys.
Travis?
When we come back, Grand Island voters say yes to funding school improvements. Details next on News 5 Today.
You're watching News 5 with Chris Schukei, Shelby Fenster, and Storm Tracker 5 Chief Meteorologist Travis Kleneski. This is News 5 Today.
Welcome back to News 5 Today. Good Wednesday morning to you. It is 6:09. Grand Island Public Schools administrators and many community members are celebrating this morning.
Yesterday's ballot count for Hall County's first mail-in election meant approval of a nearly $70 million school bond issue with 55% of the vote. Grand Island Public School Superintendent Robert Winter received a phone call at district offices with those results just after 5 p.m. yesterday, bringing applause to a room full of educators.
The community, the staff worked really hard on this campaign. The Board of Education and Administration started this process about 18 months ago. We're really excited, very pleased and very appreciative. The community of Grand Island, they stepped up and supported the schools yet again.
Dr. Winter says administrators will get to work first thing this morning on renovation planning.
Also in Grand Island, City Council has approved the city's 2014 to 2015 budget with an 8-2 vote. The budget comes in at more than $198 million, but last night it was salary increases for the council members themselves that stirred the most controversy. Mayor Vavricek vetoed a motion to increase council salaries 8% to $7,800. He says it sends the wrong message to the public, but council overrode that veto with an 8-2 vote.
Stay with us. Cloudy and cool. The weather story for today. Travis is back with another check of your Storm Tracker 5 forecast. That's next on News 5 Today.
Now your Storm Tracker 5 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Travis Kleneski.
Well, welcome back, everybody. Good Wednesday morning to you after a very wet day yesterday. Today, I think most of us will dry out, but much, much cooler out there. It's going to feel like more like October the rest of the week. We're talking about some possibly record cool highs for tomorrow. Coldest September 11th ever here in Nebraska, at least since records have been kept. And I think it's a pretty good bet that that's going to happen because 57 is the old record high. And in both Grand Island and Hastings, and we're going to be well below that. We're only going to see highs in the lower 50s. So very cool these next couple of days. More showers are possible late Thursday night. A pretty good bet that we're going to see some rain overnight Thursday night and early on Friday morning. Could see a quarter, maybe a half inch of rain in many locations. No thunderstorm activity, though. Again, just too cool for that. No instability out there. Then heading into the weekend, we're talking about our first frost of the season in some locations. A little bit of patchy light frost. I don't think it's going to be widespread freezing temperatures, anything like that, but dipping down into the mid-30s and maybe low 30s up north. So, yeah, hard to believe that already. But, yeah, a little bit early for this time of the year, but still, it could be happening out there the way things are looking. Again, our cold front is now to the southeast. Heaviest showers are now well to our east. We have just some little light rain, little bit of light rain lingering behind this system just a little bit. But again, much cooler out there. You see the 70s and 80s out ahead of that frontal boundary. Behind it, 60s, 50s, and 40s. And even cooler air will be on the way later on this week into the upcoming weekend. So, yeah, it's going to be sticking around for quite a while the way things are looking. Temps will struggle today. 50s up towards the north, maybe near 60 in Central City. A little bit of light rain, and then trying to get a little sunshine late in the day up to the north. Temperatures possibly low to mid-60s out west. Should see a little more clearing later on. 50s and 60s to the south. Also seeing 50s and 60s off towards the east. Guys?
Thank you, Travis.
Stay with us. We're back with a look at this morning's business headlines. That's next on News 5 Today. In financial news this morning, Microsoft makes a play for Minecraft. And who's ready for Christmas? Walmart releases its hot toy list.
With more on those stories, Morgan Brennan has this morning's CNBC Business News.
Microsoft is reportedly in talks to buy the maker of the popular video game Minecraft for more than $2 billion. A deal would add to Microsoft's Xbox business, which is lagging behind sales of Sony's PlayStation 4. Reports say the deal is surprising since Minecraft's creator Marcus Persson has long shunned outside investors and has publicly railed against big corporations, including Microsoft. Meanwhile, Target's new CEO is looking to refocus the retailer on a handful of key areas. The chain is working to bring shoppers back to its stores following a number of setbacks, including last year's massive data breach and a disastrous expansion into Canada. Brian Cornell tells the Wall Street Journal areas such as baby products, fashion, and health will get extra attention and investment. And Walmart is out with its annual Chosen by Kids Hot Toys list ahead of the holiday shopping season. The big winners: arts and crafts, electronics, scooters, and classics like Hot Wheels cars. Walmart plans to promote the items as Chosen by Kids with in-store display and online, and says it won't waver on offering the lowest price. That's your CNBC Morning Business Report. I'm Morgan Brennan.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Will Sherritt with your Wednesday morning sports. While the Royals haven't been to the postseason since 1985, the Nebraska baseball team ended its postseason drought last year. Theirs was only 5 years as they made it into the NCAA tournament. The Huskers back at work today, making that drive towards the postseason once again, beginning fall ball, and it's going to be a tough task. They don't have key contributors off last year's team in Pat Kelly, Michael Pritchard, and Aaron Bummer, but this year's bunch is hungry. They're not just satisfied with making the postseason.
I think our guys are ready for the next step. The one thing I liked about our group at the end there, they were genuinely upset that they didn't advance any farther. It wasn't like a pat on the back, hey, we had to finally get to regionals again, and they were happy with that. They were mad. And I have seen that look in their eye when they've got here this year already, and it's exciting because from a motivational standpoint, there's I don't think I need to do much.
Yeah, there's confidence, but I mean, we made the postseason with a different team last year, and a lot of those guys are gone. Definitely, we're going to fill in roles, but it's just the workouts we've had. I think we've got a good group of guys here that could potentially do something special.
That's a look at your Wednesday morning sports. Now let's send it to Travis with weather on the 5s.
Well, good morning, everybody. As we check out your bus stop forecast, well, not the most pleasant of days out there. Could be a little bit of drizzle or light rain in a couple of spots out there this morning. Otherwise, just kind of cool conditions, 47 to 62 degrees, and you don't see much of an increase in temps through the day today. Going to be cool out there through the day, maybe a couple of peaks of sunshine later on as the rain kind of comes to an end by about the noon hour or so. So just kind of a blah day out there. Not going to be overly pleasant by any means. It could be colder, I guess, but you know, we'll get those here in a couple of months. Well, temperatures out there right now, again, ranging from the mid-40s in northwest Nebraska till still as warm as the upper 60s there in Falls City. We have 62 in Lincoln and Beatrice, also in Hebron. mid to upper 50s in the Tri-Cities, but again, that cooler air is coming in. And temps will actually drop a little bit yet this morning as that cooler advection comes in from the north and the northwest. So you see the wide range in temperatures out there this morning. Those winds, again, out of the north and northwest at around 15 to 20 miles per hour, and that's driving in that cool air, and it's also driving in drier air that'll come in throughout the day today. So look for winds to stay on the breezy side in that 15 to 20, maybe as high as 25 mile per hour range. Most of the heavy rain showers and thunderstorms are gone, though, well to our east. We're left with just some patchy light rain and drizzle out there that doesn't get picked up by radar. Satellites show still mainly cloudy conditions. Again, not going to see a lot of sunshine, especially this morning. Fairly cloudy skies. Maybe getting some of that sunshine to return later this afternoon, especially out towards the west. So nationally, again, a big story was the severe weather that we had, and also the heavy rainfall that we had, especially here in eastern Nebraska. Omaha, a lot of heavy rain over into Iowa. We even had some heavy rainfall in places like Central City and Osceola, Strasburg yesterday, last night. That's all now well to our east. We're left with the cloud cover, though, and that cooler air is coming in from the north, and this is just the first of a couple of shots of cool air. We're going to see more, even colder air come in later on this week, coming in from the northwest. We've got snow up in the Rockies. There's even a chance we see a little bit of maybe mixed precipitation in the northwestern part of the state as we get later into this week. Now, for us, we're not worried about that here in central Nebraska, but frost may be a possibility as we head towards the first part of the weekend, as we're going to see some temps dipping down into the 30s by early on Saturday morning. So temps for today, again, starting off 40s, 50s, and 60s, and well, they don't move a whole lot for the day today. Most of us topping out in the 50s and lower 60s this afternoon, maybe even some upper 40s there to the north. Tonight we dip back into the 40s for the most part. I don't know if it'll quite get this cold. If clouds roll in, that may actually bump those temps up just a little bit. So we'll wait and see, but again, if clouds hold tough, it won't get quite so cool out there. And then heading into tomorrow, again, temps really struggle. Again, 40s to the northwest. In fact, maybe low 40s in northwestern Nebraska, lower 50s around the Tri-Cities, maybe getting back to around 60 degrees to our south and to our southeast. So yeah, not going to be overly pleasant these next couple of days. We're going to keep those cool temperatures around through the rest of the week. Really good chance of rain overnight Thursday night and Friday morning, mostly before sunrise Friday morning. Should be then seeing clearing skies during the day on Friday, but temps will still struggle. And then again, with those clear skies, light winds, good radiational cooling Friday night and Saturday morning. Temps dipping back into the 30s. Some patchy frost is going to be possible. But then we see a nice little recovery thanks to a stronger south wind on Saturday, back into the low 60s, and then right around 70 Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, another slight chance of showers there late Sunday night.
So in case you have not flipped your switch from that AC to the heat, it looks like you may want to think about that. Some chilly nights, getting truly into the crisp mode going on.
Yeah, a little bit there. And the good news is it looks like beyond our 7-day forecast there, we're going to see a warming trend maybe back into the upper 70s and 80s returning later on next week. But yeah, for the next couple of days, it's going to feel like late October out there. Just a huge change in season. And this is unusual for this time of year to get this chilly.
Right. All right. We'll be ready with the jackets. Thank you, Travis. Don't go away. We still got a full half hour ahead of us, including we will butterfly tag live. Can I handle that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Sharp objects and insects.
And live creatures.
Seems a little dangerous as well. We'll, of course, have your News 5 Today Happies and, of course, much more local news and weather. That's all ahead coming up next on News 5 Today.
You're watching News 5 with Chris Schukei, Shelby Fenster, and Storm Tracker 5 Chief Meteorologist Travis Kleneski. This is News 5 Today.
Welcome back to News 5 Today. Thank you for making us part of your morning. It is Wednesday, September 10th, 2014. I'm Chris Schukei.
And I'm Shelby Fenster.
A Lexington man who has been on the run since he shot at police officers in July is now in custody.
Jose Covarrubias was arrested in Laredo, Texas while attempting to re-enter the United States. Covarrubias is now in the Webb County Corrections Facility awaiting extradition. He was arrested on the outstanding warrant obtained by the Lexington Police Department. The warrant included 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder and other charges. Back in July, Covarrubias fired a handgun at a woman and patrol units. Those shots hit one of the vehicles and a nearby residence. A young child was treated and released for a minor injury from an apparent ricochet.
A 2-vehicle collision yesterday near the Husker Harvest Days site has left a 74-year-old Minnesota man dead. Just before 9 a.m., Warren Kamstra was driving his Ford pickup north on 90th Street when he was hit by an eastbound truck at the unmarked intersection at Wood River Road. The collision caused Kamstra's truck to flip. 4 others were in the truck with him. 3 of those, including a 14-year-old girl and a 10-year-old boy from Grafton, were treated at St. Francis Medical Center. They are all expected to be okay. The driver of the other truck was not injured.
The trial against 23-year-old Andrew Casterline continues in Adams County today. Andrew Casterline and his mother, Shelley Casterline, are accused of killing 68-year-old Virginia Barone of Guide Rock. Barone was found dead in her home in October of last year with more than 20 stab wounds. During opening arguments yesterday, prosecutors called more than 6 people to the stand, including deputies from the Webster County Sheriff's Department and Guide Rock residents. The courtroom was especially emotional when Barone's son was called to the stand. He was living with Shelley Casterline at the time of his mother's death. Andrew Casterline's trial will continue at the Adams County Courthouse around 9 o'clock this morning. Turning to weather, a cool down in store. Here's Travis here for on 5.
Yep, it is here, and it's here to stay for several days. But things are much quieter out there compared to what we had out there yesterday afternoon during much of the day yesterday into the evening hours. Still a few light showers out there, and even if you're not seeing showers on radar here, could be still some patchy drizzle. I drove into a little bit of it this morning here on my way to work, but you can see a little bit of light rain out there this morning from around O'Neill back to the south and southwest here around the Burwell area, just north of Taylor. Again, very light rain for the most part, nothing overly impressive. But again, even if you're not seeing the rain on radar, you may still see a few showers or at least some light drizzle out there this morning. But again, much quieter than what we had out there about 12 hours ago. And you can see over the last 12 hours how we had numerous showers and storms. Had some severe weather, thankfully not as bad. We got a camera in my shot there, I think. I want to move that back just a little bit. There we go. So again, we had a few showers and storms out there last night. A little bit of severe weather, thankfully not as bad as what it could have potentially been, but now things again are much quieter out there. The severe weather threat's gone now that we have a more stable atmosphere out there. Now, as for what we have out there when it comes to temps, a wide range in temps. Most of us down into the 50s now, but there are still some lower 60s there to the south and to the southeast, and look at the cooler 40s to the northwest. And we're going to get some of that cooler air a little bit today, but more shots of cold air the next couple of days, so we're going to feel it here all the way through the rest of the week before we start to warm things up here heading into the weekend. Dew points are starting to drop. Drier air is moving in. Still a little humid in far southeast Nebraska, but again, dew points are dropping pretty quickly, so the humidity will be leaving us as well. This is all thanks to a pretty strong north and northwest wind at around 15 to 25 miles per hour, gusting to as high as about 30, maybe even as high as 32 miles per hour there in Hastings. So again, gusts could get up there around that 30 to 35 mile per hour range today. So again, cool, breezy, lots of clouds out there, a few light showers this morning. We'll get rid of the showers this afternoon, even see a little bit of clearing later on today, especially the farther west you go, but not warming up much for your Wednesday. Tonight, a little bit of clearing early, chilly conditions, and then maybe clouds coming back into play towards tomorrow morning, even a few light showers tomorrow morning. We'll keep some light rain around for the daytime hours tomorrow. A lot of clouds out there, temps not warming up a whole lot through the day tomorrow, in fact, cooler than today. But a better chance of rain comes in as we head towards late Thursday night into early on Friday morning. So for today, again, not much recovery in temperatures. We start off in the mid-50s and work our way up to around the 60-degree mark. Again, a little bit of light rain possible and maybe a little sunshine later on today. Your extended forecast, again, keeping it chilly here the next couple of days. Hopefully we'll be back out at Husker Harvest Days tomorrow, but not going to be overly pleasant. Could be some light rain, although nothing like yesterday's rainfall by any means. And then again, the better chances of rain Thursday night into Friday morning. Patchy frost possible on Saturday morning, mid-30s in the Tri-Cities, maybe some lower 30s up towards the north, and then a little bit of recovery on Saturday afternoon up into the low 60s. Looks actually pretty nice Sunday through Tuesday, back to around the 70-degree mark with a slight chance of showers coming in Sunday night and early on Monday morning, guys.
All right, thank you, Travis.
When we come back, we will get super, as in super science. Dan Glomsky is here from the Edgerton Explorer Center in Aurora, and as you can see, he's brought some butterflies. We will talk butterfly migration with Dan. That's next on News 5 Today. We are back with Dan Glomsky from the Edgerton Explorer Center in Aurora, talking Super Science Saturday. This Saturday, it is going to be butterfly tagging. Is this something that I can do? I know Shelby can do it, but can I handle something like this? Yes, right.
Isn't the key you don't touch the wings? Isn't that bad for them?
Actually, we're going to touch the wings.
There we go. So it is okay.
These are surprisingly tough creatures here. Okay. I know they look very delicate, but they're not too terribly bad. You know, a few precautions and you're fine. So here I have a female monarch, and yes, you can tell the difference between boys and girls.
Okay.
This is one that I hand raised. My wife and I have raised about 50 of these inside this season to help bolster their numbers, and we're not the only folks doing this. So here's a female monarch here, and what we're going to do is to try to tag it.
Okay, just with stickers. These are just adhesive stickers.
Exactly, yes. And these come from the University of Kansas, their Monarch Watch program. They're the folks who issue the tags and monitor the butterflies. And it's neat if one of these is found out in Mexico, they send you a little certificate, or you can print one out on the internet that lets you know that your butterfly was recovered down in Mexico. I have had 2 returned. So let's give it a shot. And I've got the net with me.
There are people out there sort of looking, catching, and then trying to monitor the travels of them.
Exactly, because again, it's a mystery as to how they make it down there. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a sticker off.
Okay.
And these are, again, very, very small. And fortunately, I think our young lady here is still fairly sleepy.
Okay. We've had a bird fly away on set before, hoping we don't now have a butterfly.
Look at, oh boy, you know how to work that.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if I can, I'm just going to hold her like this.
I don't trust myself on this. This is all you, Dan, right now going here.
But okay.
Boy, what a beautiful, beautiful creature there. And you went from every stage of larva and pupa and everything else with this?
Yep, actually probably started with an egg on this one. We look for eggs. So here I'm going to put the tag on a big mitten-shaped cell in back called the discal cell.
Discal cell,
yeah, the fancy term here. And let's see if I can get her to step up on my finger here.
Wow.
So we can see the tag.
Right. Are you concerned that it will fly away at all?
Yes, I am. And I can tell she wants to.
Right, yeah.
So I don't want to be responsible for me.
Again, I want to help the environment, not her. But there's the tag.
There's the tag.
Right there. And then somebody would be taking a net, I guess, and just grabbing it as gentle as possible, and then noting the tag on there?
Right, exactly. I'll mark down the tag number. These tags all have a specific code on them. It's individual to each tag. And so if one of these is recovered, they'll have the records as to where this one was tagged here at KHAS Studios in Hastings, Nebraska. And if this one is found, they'll report it to us.
Amazing.
I have a good feeling about this one. I think this one is going to make it.
Yes.
Let's hope so. Okay.
So how many will you have Saturday? And you're going to trust people with these, or you're going to be sort of running that show a little bit?
I'm going to be kind of, I'll be there to help folks out.
Yes.
We will have some nets there for people to use. And how many we're going to have, that's a very good question. Travis was just talking about the unusually cool weather that we're going to have. That's going to hang the butterflies up. They don't like anything below 60 degrees in terms of flying. Okay. So we're not going to see 60 until perhaps Saturday.
Right.
And so we won't see many of these until probably Saturday, and hopefully they'll be on the move then. We'll find out.
And the assumption is that they will be flying around the center possibly too, just outside, or you'll be bringing some in. How is this going to work then?
Well, we do have a butterfly garden on the center ground, so hopefully we can find a few. If not, there's some prairie restorations not too far away that we can go to where we found a few monarchs in the past.
And as you talk about the pollination, that's really, it's those gardens that help attract them, I guess, right?
Exactly. You know, these aren't terribly fussy eaters. They like goldenrod or state flowers, some of the native sunflowers, even zinnias, which aren't native to the area.
Yeah.
Those are all very important fuel sources for the monarchs, and especially because actually they put on fat during the journey. That's remarkable. They've got to put on fat because there's not a whole lot for them to eat down in Mexico. So that's very, very important. If you have a spot, plant some flowers that will attract them. Milkweed is an extremely important plant. As a caterpillar, that's about the only thing that they will eat is milkweed. In fact, here's a monarch caterpillar right here.
And that will eventually turn into a monarch butterfly.
One of these, exactly. Now, in between the caterpillar stage and the adult stage, I do have a pupa here.
Oh, there it is.
So here is our...
And so that's in between. And you said it starts egg to caterpillar
to pupa to adult.
To butterfly.
Exactly.
And what's the lifespan on these things then?
You know, it depends on the generation. 4 monarch generations are produced every year. 3 of those will live about a month and a half or so from egg to adult. But this last generation, the generation that does the migration, will last as long as 9 months.
Wow.
They make the trip down, they spend the winter down in Mexico, and then they have to make the trip back to Texas at least to lay the eggs for the first generation of next year.
Amazing, amazing stuff. Quickly, I want to shift. You know everything about everything. That's what I love about you, Dan. We had a discussion on here about the moon earlier this week. Was that a harvest moon, and was it a super harvest moon?
You know, I hear the supermoon term, and I look at the full moon. It looks just as big and bright as any other full moon, because to me it's always big and bright. I have a hard time telling the difference between these so-called supermoons and those that are not. The names of the moons actually... And I always forget whether September's is the harvest moon or some other moon. Like December's full moon is the Yule moon. There's a whole list of names for
Travis
these.
is with you too there. We had that whole conversation.
I just found out it's either September or October, depending on which one is closer to the autumnal equinox.
I see.
So there you go.
And I did see on the intraweb that the day after you asked was the last super moon.
Oh, all right.
Of the
So we
year.
got some. All right.
Don't take that as fact.
Dan Glowski, the Edgerton Explorer Center Super Science Saturday. You want to be in Aurora for that on Saturday. Dan, thank you so much. We learned so much about butterflies. Stay with us. We're back with more News 5 Today right after this. You know, broadcasting is all about alternative revenue streams anymore, and they've started a daycare facility just in the back.
Oh, I was going to say we've been replaced.
A little that's probably actually it.
They're always going
The
younger.
Schukei boys have decided to join us for this News 5 Today Birthday Club. Caleb, are you excited to be up this early?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Campbell, are you ready to be up? Yeah, yeah, he's not so much. You want to show everybody your new braces, Campbell? It's, yeah,
how
there
are
you go.
those?
You look good.
Getting used to them?
Yeah.
They're bad.
Caleb, you got
You'll
your
get used to
jammies
'em.
on too. Your what are those? Are those your pajamas? Yeah, all
What
right.
are these called?
Pajamas, right, yes, I like it. Yes, they all look good. Thanks for joining us for Birthday Club this morning, guys. Yeah. It's fun to have you here, absolutely. Are you excited about birthdays? When is your birthday, Caleb? January 15th, that's right. And Campbell, when is yours?
The 21st of
21st of May, that's right. So, there you go. So, are you guys ready to bring them inside? Oh, first of all, you know, as always, we got to check with Travis. Are you excited about Travis's, the Kleneski Calendar Corner? And you know, yes, that's right. That's a yes, Travis, that they absolutely are. And that Calendar Corner is, of course, hosted by the host of Kleneski Calendar Corner, Mr. Travis Kleneski. Travis, what do you got today?
Okay, we got a couple
I hope
of
it's
them for you
kid-friendly.
today. It is kid-friendly today,
Good.
thank goodness. So, okay, Swap Ideas Day. It's a day to swap ideas and listen to others. So
great,
there you
okay.
go. So that's a good
I'm
thing
all
to
about
do every
that.
day.
It's great for kids.
Absolutely.
Great lesson.
Yes, that's right.
Isn't it though? Yes, and then today's also Good Neighbor Day. If you don't know your neighbors very well, maybe
go over
this
there.
day and age, it's one of those things where maybe you don't get to know your neighbors as well as we used to. Well, today's the day to do that. Maybe take a pie over, something like that. And finally, I know Chris, you're all about the daddy daycare. Do you serve up any TV dinners at all?
No, we don't do a lot of TV dinners, do we? It's
What's your favorite dinner?
What is your favorite dinner? He
I
doesn't
don't
know. That's right.
What's
Campbell,
yours?
you got
Campbell,
one?
you know, I'm sure.
Big Dallas sandwich.
Big Dally sandwich.
Oh,
that's
good plug, good
daddy
plug,
making
Big
stuff.
Dally.
That's right. Yes.
If you're a TV dinner
Paid
type of person, today is your day. It's TV dinner day. So there you
All
go.
right, there's your Kleneski Calendar Corner. Boys, bring them
Now
inside.
we
Here we
welcome
go.
them in. Bring
They
them in.
come
Do a little
in.
dance. I know you like to
Kayla's
dance,
about ready to
Campbell.
fall asleep.
Yeah, welcome
You're like most of our viewers, Kayla. Don't worry about that. It is News 5 Today Birthday Club time. If you were born today, September 10th, you share your birthday with these famous folks. Caleb, a big one for you. I know you're a big Arnold Palmer fan. He is 85 today. Happy birthday
Like to
to
mix
him.
that iced tea and lemonade.
Campbell loves Colin Firth, too. Happy birthday to him. 54.
No idea.
And director
Neither do we,
Guy
Campbell, neither do
Ritchie
we.
is 46. He used to be Mr. Madonna, right, Caleb? You know that. That's
Yeah,
right.
Madonna.
Enough of the Hollywood types. Whoa, I lost my microphone, I guess, didn't I? Oh, we're going to get Campbell mic'd up. There you
Oh,
go.
that's just-
All right. Enough of the Hollywood types.
I'll
Shelby,
get some local
we're about the local celebrities.
for you.
That's right.
Belated birthday wishes to Jackie Mickelson of Superior. Happy birthday from Dan and Monty.
Happy belated 15th birthday to Tyler Black of Fairfield. That's from all the girls in the Sandy Creek School and your great-grandma, Wyona.
Wishing Nicolasa Mendoza of Grand Island a very happy birthday from the residents and staff at Good Samaritan Society, Grand Island Village.
Also a very happy birthday to Samantha Rudolph of Grand Island. The Good Samaritan Society, Grand Island Village, wants to wish you a good one as well.
Happy 51st anniversary to Lyle and Linda Myers of Hastings.
Happy 13th birthday to Mackenzie Kaiser of Hastings. Your mom, dad, Mikey, Jacob, Gracie, and Nanny love their Tootie Bug.
Birthday wishes to Jackie Lubkin of Trumbull. Happy birthday to the best grandma ever, love Mara and Ryan.
Wishing Kip Uden of Doniphan a very happy 33rd birthday. That's from your girls Mara, Ryan, and Shauna.
Birthday celebrations to Haley Pulpit of Hastings. Happy 16th birthday. Olivia hopes you have a great day and sends her love.
Birthday, where are we? Al Goldenstein, is that where I am? Of Junietta?
Yeah.
Is celebrating his 78th birthday today. I got to do daycare and read at the same time. Happy birthday from your family. They love you and think you are the best.
Anniversary wishes to Ron and Sharon Hager of Hastings. Happy 48th anniversary to wonderful parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents. Dave Kelly, Jenny, Brianne, Jordan, Cameron, Kelly, Nick, Drew, and Millie love you lots.
Birthday wishes to Gloria Gloria Olis of Omaha. Happy birthday to the most amazing, wonderful, and sweetest woman ever. Your daughter says she loves you and wishes you the best birthday ever.
Evan Strom of Hastings is turning 11 today. Happy birthday from your dad, mom, and Nora. They love you very much.
Wishing Jan Johnson of Hastings a very happy birthday. Lorene, Nancy, Linda, and Diane. Hope you have a great day. They say you deserve it.
Here, Campbell, you want to do the last one? Read right here.
Birthday wishes to Tammy Kaiser of Hastings. Happy birthday, neighbor Robin.
Renee,
send their love.
That, folks, is your News 5 Today Birthday Club. You know if you get to be a part of it, it's as simple as an email, news5@khastv.com. Send us a home address so that we can get you into the Perkins gift card drawing. We do it each and every single day, thanks to our good friends at Perkins. Caleb, you draw. Campbell will read. Can you pull one of those slips out of there and then give it to Campbell, and he will read us? Who's going to Perkins today?
Tammy Kaiser.
Tammy Kaiser!
There you
read
go.
the birthday and you get the magic with the slip.
Ask her to take you.
Yeah, Tammy
I
wants
think
to take
she owes
it.
you one.
She'll only eat pancakes, let me tell you. Don't get a wide menu going as well. All right, that, folks, is your News 5 Today.
It's not true, Travis.
Too much cuteness is about right. Colder and cloudier today. Travis has all of those details next in your Storm Tracker 5 forecast. That's next on News 5 Today.
Now, your Storm Tracker 5 forecast with Chief Meteorologist Travis Kleneski.
Well, it seems like we've just had a lot of clouds over the last 24 hours. Well, we're starting off with a lot of cloud cover out there this morning as we look off towards the northeast. May hope for a little bit of sunshine later today, but not going to be a whole lot out there as that cool air continues to move in behind our cold front. Still as warm as 69 down in Falls City, but compare that to 46 in Chadron and Alliance. We have that cool air coming in, so we'll actually drop a few more degrees yet this morning and then slowly, very slowly creep up as we go through the afternoon hours. We have mid to upper 50s in the Tri-City, still low 60s out towards Lincoln, Beatrice, Hebron, also low 60s down in north central Kansas, low 50s though in Ord and Broken Bow. This is all thanks to that north and northwesterly wind at around 15 to 20 miles per hour. It's gusting up near 25 to 30 miles per hour. These strong winds will continue through much of the day, especially for the first two-thirds of the day before slowly dying back late this afternoon into this evening. So look for a fairly breezy Wednesday on the way, bringing in that cooler air. Again, a lot of cloud cover out there, a little bit of patchy drizzle in spots or some light rain up in northern Nebraska kind of behind our banner here. Don't look for a lot of rain today, but again, a few spotty showers out there this morning. I think the chances of rain pretty much go away this afternoon. So looking across the country, we're getting that cooler air coming in from the northwest here, and this is just kind of the first of several shots of cool air over the next couple of days, so it's going to feel very much like mid-fall out there compared to early to middle portions of September out there. Now, the heavy rain is off to our east, but we have another round of showers that's going to come in as we head towards late Thursday and especially into Thursday night and early on Friday morning. Not expecting thunderstorms because it'll just be too cool, too stable out there, but could see some decent rainfall totals, around a quarter to a half inch out of that rain. That's almost a guarantee as we get into Thursday night. So again, starting off cool this morning, and temps, well, they're really going to struggle throughout the day. Upper 40s up north, most of us 50s to lower 60s. Tonight, a little bit cooler yet. We dip back into the 40s for overnight lows, and then tomorrow, a struggle, 40s and 50s, maybe some low 60s down to the south for highs. Guys?
All right, thank you, Travis. Husker Harvest Days officials have canceled all events for today. As Travis said, heavy rains hammered the site west of Grand Island late last night, leaving extremely muddy conditions. Almost an inch and a half of rain fell on the grounds yesterday. Event organizers say all access gates to the site will be closed, and visitors who are planning to attend should revise those plans accordingly. Husker Harvest Days officials do plan to be open on Thursday, regular hours from 8 to 4.
And they're hoping for that dry out time on Thursday, but things maybe not looking so great to try to dry stuff out.
The best chance is really relying on the breeze today. That's really about the only way we're really going to dry things out because there's not much sunshine the next couple of days. And we'll still get a little bit of light rain again tomorrow if you're out there, so maybe be prepared for that. Just not the rains that we saw yesterday, but the better chances, again, we'll hold off until Thursday night, early on Friday morning. And then we'll slowly warm things up as we head in through the weekend into early next week.
All right, Travis and I will be with you for News 5 at 11:30. Shelby and Travis back all through there. End of my road, folks. Thank you, Central Nebraska. Thank you, Northern Kansas. I love you all. Thank you so much. We will see you around.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Travis. I would cry.
I think we still have about 15 seconds left, so people are going to be
I said it would be.
I said it would be a short goodbye. So there you go. Thank you, everybody, for a great 6-year run. I do love all of you. Thank you so much. We will see you around. Have a great day.